Prologue, the day the music died. It started as a whisper. At first, nobody noticed. A few half-empty concerts here, a song that didn't quite hit the same there. DJs blamed the algorithm. Record execs blamed streaming. Fans blamed the new generation. But deep inside the culture, in the places where beats were born and bars were forged, something unnatural was happening. The soul of music itself was fading. The streets of New York, once alive with breakbeats echoing from open windows, felt quieter. The smell of spray paint in the Bronx was still there, but the murals didn't vibrate with the same energy. In Atlanta, trap beats that once rattled car frames thudded like heartbeats on life support. In Compton, ciphers broke apart before they even started. Then came the event. No one knew what to call it at first. People would later name it the silence, but that didn't capture the terror of it. One minute, an MC named K Smooth was tearing up a live battle in Chicago, flipping punchlines so sharp the crowd roared like a stadium. The next, his mic went dead. Not the sound system, not a power outage, dead. He opened his mouth and nothing came out. His rhymes were gone, his flow erased. Across the globe, the same thing happened. Singers forgot melodies mid-note. Producers couldn't remember the sound of a snare. Poets stared at blank pages, their words gone. Something or someone was stealing music. Scientists couldn't explain it. Politicians ignored it. But in the back alleys, in the after-hours clubs, in the studios where legends still worked, a rumor began to spread. The Silent Syndicate had returned. The Silent Syndicate was an old legend, told in hushed tones in hip-hop's earliest days. A shadowy collective of beings from beyond the physical realm, they fed on creativity, draining worlds until they were gray and lifeless. Old heads used to joke about it like a ghost story, but those who had been around since the block party days knew better. In the Bronx, a retired MC named Grand Verse told anyone who would listen, "They here to eat the music, young blood. Once they get the last beat, the last rhyme, it's over. We go back to silence forever." And just like that, entire cities fell quiet. Not just the music, the feeling. The hum you hear when you walk through a busy block, the rhythm in the footsteps of a dance crew, the way a freestyle could spark 100 smiles. Gone. Humanity was losing its heartbeat. But there were survivors. 4 of them. 4 voices strong enough to resist the silence's drain. 4 MCs whose connection to the music wasn't just talent, it was something deeper, ancient, cosmic. The first was Sean Carter, better known to the world as Jay-Z, a businessman, mogul, and MC whose voice carried weight in every corner of the game. He had always been strategic, always seen the big picture. But one night in his Manhattan penthouse, while working on an unreleased verse, he felt something crackle in his chest. The beat in his headphones warped, slowed, and bent to his will. The city lights outside pulsed in rhythm to his words. Jay-Z didn't just rap over the beat, he controlled it. The second was Dwayne Michael Carter Jr., known as Lil Wayne. Wayne was in his Miami studio, sipping lean and laughing with his crew, when he started freestyling. His tattoos glowed under the neon lights, and the words he spoke began to twist the air. His rhymes became so layered, so strange, they bent reality itself. A bottle floated off the table. A gold chain turned into a snake and slithered across the floor. His people ran out screaming, but Wayne just grinned. He'd been calling himself a Martian for years. Turns out, it wasn't just a metaphor. The third was Marshall Mathers, Eminem. Detroit was cold that night, snow swirling like static on an old TV. M was in an abandoned factory, spitting to himself, when 3 masked figures stepped out of the shadows. Their presence was wrong. The air went still, and his voice wavered. One of them reached for him, and without thinking, M unleashed a stream of bars so fast the sound tore through the walls like a hurricane. The masked figures disintegrated in the sonic blast. His heart raced, not from fear, but from the rush. He had tapped into something beyond human speed. The last was Tupac Amaru Shakur, and Tupac was dead. At least that's what the world thought. In a hidden corner of the Mojave Desert, Pac sat on the hood of a dusty old car, eyes closed, listening to the wind. He had been gone from the public eye for years, living in the shadows. But when the silence came, he felt it, in his bones, in his soul. And in that moment, his voice, the voice that once moved millions, came back stronger than ever. He saw visions, cities falling quiet, crowds scattering, the syndicate's black towers rising, And in those visions, he saw 3 other MCs. He knew what had to be done. It was time to form a crew, not just a rap group, a resistance, a movement, the Mic Avengers. And somewhere in the darkness, deep inside a soundless city, the leaders of the Silent Syndicate were already planning their response, because they had heard the whispers too. The ones that said,
"The beat ain't dead, it's alive in the streets. Yeah. March to the drums, hear the heart still beat. Rise with the words, let the voice break free. We the flame in the dark, we the light they see. Yeah. Seen the city fade quiet, seen the soul get shook. The fire in the booth still burn, take a look. Every corner, every block, every cipher, every lane. Got a soldier with a rhyme and a reason in the vein. From the code of the D to the heat of the bay, to the neon glow where the marshes play, to the desert nights where the prophets dream. We gon' write our names where the world can't clean. Look, lay, clean. The beat ain't dead, it's alive in the streets. Yeah. March to the drums, hear the heart still beat. Rise with the words, let the voice break free. We the flame in the dark, we the light they see. Can't kill the rhythm, can't erase this sound. Every verse that we drop make the lost get found. Every hook that we chant put the fear on mute. Every truth that we spit plant the unshakable root. When the silence come close, we gon' stand real tall, with the beat in our chest like a wartime call. Let the world know now we the last defense.